portable power stations are pretty useful, especially when camping and overlanding. But could something this compact also serve as a backup power source at home? Today we're putting the ALLPOWERS R600 version 2 and the SE100 solar panel through some real-world tests to see how useful it is both on off-grid and at home. Alright, so let's do a quick look around on the ALLPOWERS R600 portable power station. So what do you get if you buy this power station? So of course you get your AC charging cable, your user manual, and of course the actual power station itself, the R600. So you have a handle on top and then a wireless charger, 15 watts max. Up front, you have your screen that displays your state of charge and how much watts does it output and it inputs, and as well as the duration of the charge. You have a light right here that has different brightness, and of course your DC ports right here. So 2 USB-C that outputs 100 watts and then 2 USB-A outputs or ports. Then you have your AC ports right here, 220 to 240 volts, 600 watts max, but you could surge it up to 1200 watts. And of course, the last but not the least, a carport charger right here. So 12 volts, 10 amps max. At the side, you have your input for your AC charging, fuse reset, and then your XC60 for your solar panel. And ventilation ports right here. That's pretty much it on a quick look around of the R600 portable power station.
And here's more spec. It has a LiPo4 battery with 299 watt-hour capacity and about 3,500 plus cycle life. For input, it has 460 watt max for AC and 220 max both for solar and carport input. If power goes out, it has UPS feature that could switch under 10 milliseconds. And lastly is Bluetooth app connectivity. So you download the app, connect your power station, and you could control it remotely. So you could turn on and off the AC and DC output, as well as change various settings like the AC frequency and the charge mode.
Now let's have a quick look at the Solex SE100 solar panel. So what do you get if you buy this solar panel? So of course it has a bag, or it comes with a bag. Looks premium. And has a pocket right here. So this is your MC4 to XC60 cable. So let's open that up quickly so that I can show you. So XC60 MC4 connector, if I'm not mistaken. So put that aside for now and open the actual solar panel. Wow, so it looks premium, similar to other known brands. So we've got cables right here at the back. I'm not sure with the term with this one, but it clips so that it doesn't flap around. Same with the solar panel itself. And there's your solar panel. So it has two-phase, a very premium look to it. All right. So it's a monocrystal silicon cells solar panel.
It has a max power voltage of 20.8 volts, open circuit voltage of 24.8 volts, max power current of 4.8 amps, and a short circuit current of 5.33 amps. The panel is IP68 waterproof. Now, what can the R600 power? It could power your lights, electric fan, laptop, portable fridge, router, and pretty much anything that consumes 600 watts or less. It pretty much covers a wide range of devices for camping and at home. So now, how long can it power some of those devices? Starting with the most common device, which is the phone. Using the USB-C port, I was able to charge my iPhone from 0 to 80% around 50 to 55 minutes. Then another 50 to 53 minutes up to 100%. It typically consumes 5 to 8% to charge it from 0 to 80%. and 8 to 9% to fully charge it. You could fully charge a phone 11 to 12 times. Next is a 40-liter portable fridge. With a target temperature set to 3 degrees Celsius, it kept our beverages and food cool for about 20 to 22 hours or almost a day. Next up is a mid-tier laptop. It was able to keep it top up for about 3.5 to 4 hours. For someone working at home, you would also need your modem and router up and running for internet. So with the laptop included, it will only be up for about 2 to 3 hours. And lastly, a Xiaomi Smart Electric Fan at middle fan speed. Alone, the R600 could keep the electric fan running for about 6 to 6.5 hours. Now, how about topping the R600? Plugging it on the wall outlet usually took around 1.7 hours on normal mode, while on fast mode, it took around 1.2 hours. For solar charging during an overcast or rainy day using the SE100 solar panel, it only charged the R600 from 0 to 11% for the whole day. On a cloudy day, around 50% with peak output of 43 watts around noon. And lastly, on a sunny day, the panel outputs around 60 to 70 watts peak. So leaving it for the whole day will charge up the R600 around 80%.
And now for the pros and cons, starting with the pros of the R600 version 2 portable power station. So for the first one is its portability. So it's light enough to carry or move it around, and it's also compact that it doesn't consume a lot of space or eat a lot of space on your cargo or at home when you are storing it away. Second is all of the things that you needed are at front. So all of the output ports or outlets are here at the front, same as the display that tells you how long the charge will last and how long it will take to fully charge it when you are charging it. So no need to find a port on the sides or at the back when you need to charge your electrical devices.
Another pro is that it is pretty quiet even at fast charging mode.
And lastly is its affordability. So amongst its competitors that has a similar capacity, number of ports, and features, this comes out as one of the cheapest amongst its competitors. And now are the cons or the things I dislike about the R600 version 2 portable power station. So for the first one is the app. The app is pretty basic compared to its competitors, so there's only a few settings that you could toggle or change. And also on the app, it doesn't show you how long it will take to be fully charged. It's only showing how long will the charge or the current charge last before it gets drained. So that's the first thing. And then for the second one is its Bluetooth connectivity. So when you turn off the power station, then turn it back on, you expect that you could easily connect your app to the power station, but that's not the case with this one. Whenever you turn it off and then turn it back on, you have to manually turn on the Bluetooth. So you just have to press the DC output switch, hold it for 3 seconds rather, to turn on the Bluetooth. Then you could connect your app with the power station. So it's a little hassle, unlike with other brands that you could leave the Bluetooth connectivity on or it automatically turns on when you turn on the power station. Lastly, what I observed is that whenever it's down to 5% and you want to use the AC doesn't turn on. It will immediately shut off, only allowing you to use the DC output. And also when you use that or you use the DC output, like for example you charge your phone, it will show here like for example 20 minutes, but in reality it will quickly drain out. So it will be only around 10 minutes or half of the displayed duration right here. So that's the biggest disadvantage I observed with the R600 version 2. So maybe it's only a BMI issue or it needs an update, but hopefully they could fix it in the future. But those are the things that I've observed or the things that I don't like about the R600 version 2. And then for the solar panel, I actually don't have any complaints with this one. So it's actually pretty good. So for the pros, it's premium looking or expensive looking, like with the leading brands out there. But another big pro of it is that this one is more affordable compared to those brands. So the leading brands are priced around 10,000 to 14,000 pesos. Similar specs, so 100 watt solar panel. But this one is way more affordable at 7,990 pesos if I remember correctly. So it's almost like half of the leading brand out there. And then it also has legs, unlike other solar panels that I've seen from leading brands. And you could also lock it with these clips so it doesn't flop around when you are moving it around or storing it away. Same with the solar panel itself, so it doesn't accidentally open on you. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the solar panel. Don't have any complaints. It's also fairly light and it comes with a bag so that you can easily carry it around. The only thing that I would complain or a con or thing I dislike is that the cable is kind of short. So if you're gonna move around the solar panel, like for example, the sun at the morning is over there, then it goes right here, and then your portable power station is inside the canopy, then I think this would be pretty short. So you could easily source an extension cable, but yeah, you need to buy it separately or make your own separately. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the ALLPOWERS SOLAX SE100 solar panel. So for camping and overlanding, this combo is actually more than enough, especially if you're just doing overnight camps or 3 days and 2 nights of camping with a few or a little electrical devices. Like for example, only just some phones, some lights, and then cameras. But if you have a lot, like for example, like me, I have a portable fridge, canopy lights, some other lights, and then several cameras like drones, action cameras, then phones, then this one would be not sufficient. So the charge will only last about 20 hours or even less, especially if it's summer when it's hot, because the compressor of the fridge will always kick on, so consuming a lot of the charge of this portable power station. So for that case, or in that case, if you have a lot of devices that you need to be powered up, then I would suggest you get a larger power station or a power station with a larger capacity. But as mentioned earlier, if you only have a few, then this one is pretty sufficient with a solar panel, especially if it's sunny out there. Just unfold the solar panel so that you could last longer off-grid. Then for home use, I think it will be pretty sufficient if you're just powering modems or routers for internet access, fans, especially if you're in a tropical country like the Philippines, especially when it's summer where it's hot, and also some lights. But if you're gonna work or do work from home and there's a long blackout or brownout, then I think this one will not power you up through that blackout or through the long blackout or brownout. So I would suggest, same as I have mentioned earlier, get a larger power station or a power station with a larger capacity if you want to last longer. So that's pretty much it for this feature and review of the ALLPOWERS R600 version 2 portable power station, as well as the SOLAX SE100 solar panel. So if you want to grab yours, just click the link in the description down below and use my discount code uazap10 uazap10 for a 10% off on your purchase. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share this to someone looking for a portable power station as well as solar panel, and subscribe for more gear reviews, off-grid adventures like camping, overlanding, and off-roading, as well as automotive content. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and see you in the next adventure. Bye!